Whew. Okay. I usually do like this was good about the episode, this was bad about the episode kind of thing when I'm talking about like Ahsoka or other TV shows that I really enjoy, but I can't do that with this episode. I really just got to go straight stream of consciousness. So basically, you. Oh yeah. By the way, spoilers. Put it all over the screen if I have the time. I don't know. I might just put this joint out. But anyway, spoilers. Anakin's back. I mean, he's not, but he is. But he's dead. But he's alive. But he's on the world between worlds with Ahsoka on the bridge. I said spoilers. Spare me. Listen, I like. I cannot even contain how much I freaked out in that moment. I wish I recorded it, but it's not even like I know a lot of people will say, "Oh man, these Star Wars fans like they get hype over any little thing." Y'all don't understand like how much we actually love Star Wars, even though sometimes it's not as good as we want it to be. It doesn't matter when it's good, and when it's great, it's great. Like the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. It's like any other long running franchise. Sometimes it has highs and sometimes it has dips. It happens, but that's neither here nor there. I just love the idea that in 2023 we get to see the physical living manifestation of Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker and Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano. Like just seeing Ahsoka Tano in live action, I don't even think that we have really embraced how cool this moment is. You know what I mean? Like because this isn't something that I ever thought I would have seen before a few years ago with the idea of Disney Plus and so on and so forth. But just seeing like these characters together after you've invested so much time in loving these characters, sometimes hating some of the things that they do with these characters. That's Disney or not even just Disney, Lucasfilm, whoever. They make good decisions. They make bad decisions. Every franchise does it. We blow it out way out of proportion sometimes. But it's just the fact that we got to see it, and the fact that we got to see a live action version of the World Between Worlds. Like it's so cool because it actually looks really good. Like it's like, as soon as I saw it, I couldn't remember what it was called. To be honest with you, I actually had to go to Google, be like, "What's the name of the space place that Ahsoka ends up on in Rebels?" And then it spit it out what it was. I use ChatGPT to be honest with you. I know some people feel anyway. So yeah, like that was just it's such a small moment, and obviously it's a tease going into episode 5 for next week. But I just really enjoy the fact that we can have these kinds of things now. You know what I mean? Like yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. The de aging was a little weird, you know, but it's not a technology that's perfected. Sometimes it really works, and sometimes it doesn't. But this time, it's noticeable. I think that's the big thing. The big thing is when it's noticeable, right? So when we're watching like Ant Man, right, the very first Ant Man movie, and we have I streaming consciousness. I'm not going to stop this thing to do research. The gentleman who played Gordon Gecko, he's in Ant Man as Hank or Henry Pym, and he's de-aged, right? He looks phenomenal, and I think that was back in 2015, 2016. So there are times when it looks really good. However, there are times it doesn't look as good. It didn't look as good, but that doesn't stop the excitement I had for this at all. It's not like it looked but ugly. You know what I mean? It was just smooth. His skin was smooth. You know what I mean? So it was kind of interesting like that because his skin was never smooth like that in real life. Like not, computerized. Computer smooth and real skin smooth are two way different things. It's the uncanny valley thing. You know what I mean? So yes. So I think I've talked about Anakin enough. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes already. So anyway, let's move on to the rest of the episode. Before we even get to Anakin, I was loving this episode. Why was I loving this episode? Because there are so many lightsaber battles. And it's not just that there's lightsaber battles, they have depth, they have meaning. There's character being developed there. Baylan Skoll is Skull, one of them. Baylan is an incredible character, and then he just shows over and over again. I know last week I was saying, hey, we need him to like do something, get off his ass. He still didn't go after anybody. He kind of waited for them to come to him, but at the same time, that fight was awesome. It was everything. And here's a Star Wars thing, right? Here's a Star Wars thing I love about it. It's two fights cut in between each other, just like Revenge of the Sith. And then there's also some kind of other political, not political, other like side mission thing going on with spaceships and aircrafts and the X-wings and stuff like that, right? So you got General Zandula, like she comes through. She wants to go stop the big ring thingy. I know y'all got mad at me for not remembering what it's called last time. The hyper drive jump space ring. Y'all know what it's called. Um, so they go in to stop that and just help out with Ahsoka and uh, 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 Sabine. You know what I mean? So that was really cool. Like it's the Star Wars thing. It's two lightsaber fights or a lightsaber fight in intercut between something going on somewhere else, like a different mission that's just as vital. And sometimes they win, and sometimes they lose. Empire Strikes Back, they lose. Um, Revenge of the Sith, they triple lose. They lose a lot. As a matter of fact, most times they just flat out lose. Anyway, but I love the fights because this is the first time Baylan and Ahsoka are meeting together, and they are duking it out. They're dueling it out. Baylan is Baylan comes across as an apologetic Sith, and I've never really seen that before. No, I mean, it's not something I particularly like remember. He doesn't come off as Sith in the sense that I'm just here to bring everything in the shroud of darkness. I have this feeling that Balin is just as disillusioned with the dark side as he is with the Sith as he is with like the Jedi. He don't care about none of that, and I think that he says as much to forgetting her name. Uh, there. Sorry, I'm going to do a little bit of research here. 1 second. Star. Uh, you know what I think the problem is? I think the problem is that she has a regular name. Ahsoka Cast. That's the problem. It's being Hera, Sedula, Shin, Ezra, Grand Admiral, Thrawn, Yang, Morgan, right? Star Wars. Morgan. Star Wars. Morgan. Not Sabine, Ahsoka, Shin, Ezra. I mean, Ezra's, I guess, is a normal name too. But still, it's kind of like Balin. Like, it's kind of like, it's super normal. No offense to any Morgans out there. It's super normal. So, yes. Um, but yeah, so I really enjoyed that fight. I enjoyed the fight between Sabine and Shin just a tad bit less because they always seem like it seems like the writers are dancing around wanting them getting killed. It's like, hey, we all know Shin could probably just take Sabine out. But for some reason, Shin's not going all in, even though, she stabbed her in the first episode. She's back alive. But now Shin just it seems like the writers are really holding her back. And I would like to see Shin explode. Like, not necessarily emotionally, but like powerfully. Like, just as much as Anakin would when he would be like really upset about something, or like Darth Vader, I should say. And it would just be everything around him would just be crushed. Droids would like lose their eyes and stuff like that. I would love to see something like that from Shin. And I think Shin eventually is going to turn against Balin because he's not Sithy enough. You know what I mean? It's not what she signed up for necessarily. So we'll see how that goes. I've been talking for literally 9 minutes. I cannot believe that's the case. But I really enjoyed this episode. I love this episode. Oh, here it is. The jump to hyperspace with niggas in your way, with traffic in your way. Hey, listen, check this out, Hera. If you gonna park yourself in front of this Mack truck ring, don't be surprised when I just bulldoze through you, because I got somewhere I got to be. I gotta go get to Google. I gotta go get the Thrawn. You know what I mean? So like you're in my way. Okay, just get out of the way. Okay, so and here's the last thing I'll say before I go. The thing that I really enjoyed about this episode is this. The episode is the episode feels like serious Star Wars. Here's what I mean by that. There have been episodes of The Mandalorian, a show I love, and also episodes of The Book of Boba Fett, a show I don't love, where it really felt like diet Star Wars. It didn't feel like anything of significance was happening. And not only that, for most of the Mandalorian seasons, it's usually 6 episodes of like going around doing little missions here or there, planting little seeds of what's to come, and then bang, last 2 episodes, Gideon comes through and something crazy happens. Grogu gets captured or someone gets kidnapped, and Mando got to go and save the day, right? So there's a lot of like just prattling around, right? So what this series has done so far is that it's made every episode feel what this series has done so far is that it's made the last 2 episodes specifically really feel like the momentum is moving in such a way where we're going somewhere. I know there's 4 episodes left in the series. And think about how this episode felt, at least to me. This episode could have been a season finale, a mid-season finale, which I guess you can say that it is. But the great thing about it is that it acted like it, right? It didn't just prattle around for days at it didn't just prattle around for episodes at a time. It was actually meaningful, right? It had weight to it. So I've talked for 12 minutes straight, I believe. I need Huyang, who's training Sabine, to have a little bit better hands than what he put on display. Okay, we need to look at the game tape for Huyang because I kind of feel like you got outboxed. You even had the little shoulder fist on you, and you still got outboxed. So we're going to need our trainers to fight a little better. Okay, so with that being said, what do you guys think of episode 4 of Ahsoka? I clearly had a great time. I cannot wait for episode 5. Hopefully they don't do the thing that a lot of shows do, which is, especially Dragon Ball Z back in the day, remember this? They would show you the ascension, or they would show you the ascension of the part that everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see Goku fight Frieza. Everybody wants to see Goku fight Cell, or Gohan fight Cell and throw that first punch. And then they end it with next time on Dragon Ball Z. And then what happens in the next episode is we go to Yamcha laying in some desert. And we're like, yo, what happened to the fight that we came to go? What happened to the fight that we came to see? Like, what happened to that? So I'm really hoping that they don't do that kind of thing where now we're just like, we came to see the conversation between Anakin and Ahsoka, but now we're in some kind of other thing. All right, y'all. So what did you? All right, y'all. So what did you think about the episode? Um, can't wait for episode 5, and I will see you next time.